Cal, and welcome to the 4th episode of my Gorant series. Today we're going to be talking about onlineisms and funny Gorant tropes that you and your group may be guilty of without realizing it. Now I'm going to get this one out of the way first and foremost. It would seem the majority of Gorant men and women, regardless of caste, have an infinite supply of gold as if this was some 1980s magic your problems away cartoony ass He-Man show. He-Man! How does a good old boy from fucking Farmersville have enough gold to construct a McMansion, have an infinite supply of paga and ale, how does he afford art, and still manage to pay Black Cast off to kill some guy he had OOC problems with 5 years ago? A gold tarn was a small fortune. Why are you paying ship captains with gold? That better be a private Earth yacht stocked with enough booty and rations to take you from Shendi to the ancestral lands of the fucking Panny without Morningwood. It never ends. It never makes me not laugh when I see men and women paying their fare with a fucking gold tarn, honestly. Of course, this is not to say that the value of Gorant currency does not change over time. For example, Savages of Gore, book 17, page 117, shows us that some fuckface paid a silver tarsk for an untrained barbarian wench. Silver tarsk. In most markets, she'd be worth 7, 8 copper tarsks max. It's all about the context and the times. So why are these ship captains and paga taverns charging odd prices and not accounting for location, supply, and demand? Also, I have a challenge for you. Track your coin usage for a week of heavy roleplay. Track it, see how much gold you spent, and then comment below the amount. If your entire city-state is made up of high caste and you aren't a major city like R, you know what, actually, even if you're R, because have you seen that sim? You'll never see me there, ever. Why? It's not by the book, and likely a shitty town. If your entire city is made up of high caste, who is tending the tavern? Who is growing your food? Who is mucking up the shit in the street, and who is providing entertainment? Who is brewing your ale? Who is trading the basic needs of the city? Who is tending the stalls, and who is running the fucking city slaves? Foresters for your firewood, bakers of your bread. How are you a city? What the hell? You know what? Speaking of bread, let me mention something very important here. The peasant caste. The ox on which the homestone rests. They are the majority of Gore. Their existence means your continued existence. I don't give a fuck if you're an almighty Ubar. Without the peasants, you're fucking nothing. I understand wanting to roleplay someone of import because your real life sucks or whatever, you know, this is a fantasy world, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But if you notice that your village, town, city, whatever is nothing but high caste, start closing those high caste doors and spam your need of peasants. Furthermore, GNS. If you've heard of it, you'll understand my next caveat. 1. Stop growing grain and souls inside of your house, and stop growing it outside of your house on a concrete floor. 2. Why the hell does your house have a forge in it? The smell of tanning alone would drive everyone outside in a choking fit. 3. You have a full meadery in your attic? Really? A full meadery? Really? 4. I doubt a ver would last very long in the deserts of the Tahari, especially since, you know, it's a northern animal. The ver in this context, they're pretty much mountain goats, guys. 5. I doubt your free companion tolerates you chopping a forest of wood in your living room when you are of the cast of actors! Moving on. Chairs. Yes, we're gonna talk about fucking chairs. This one is really fucking annoying, and it's also a little bit funny. Listen, most Gorant men and women did not use chairs. Those were reserved for high officials and Ubars. It didn't feel natural to them. Remember, Gore was smaller than Earth and had less gravity. Sitting on the ground would be a lot more comfortable on Gore than it would here on Earth. Free men sit cross-legged. Free women kneel to sit, keep their knees close, and their palms are always face down. If a slave is ever seen sitting in a chair, you bet your ass she'd be whipped or even killed for putting her nasty ass on a fucking valuable piece of fucking furniture. Traveling. Finally, let's wrap this up with a bit on travel. If you're role-playing in Tahari in the morning, go to retrieve the troll for a few hours, then zip on by the plains to coax the torturer, then decide to take lunch at R, barrel roll on up to the northern forest to cap the panther, and make it back to Torvaldsburg in time for dinner. But I'm still not sure of what I stand for. Oh, whoa, whoa. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights, I don't know.
Has to be a joke. I do not believe this is happening. I'm literally about to fucking kill myself, and I'm not kidding. You better fucking fix this shit right now.
You extra-dimensional teleporting Mary Sue looking magical power having sausage roll in your head, motherfucker!
Questions, comments, violent reactions? Post below and like if you found this entertaining.
If I've offended you, you're probably one of the reasons SL Gore is going to shit. Lighten up a little, will ya? I wish you well.